Finally, we are back. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one that is listening to this or watching it. This is Jay Wet from Heroes to Icons, and we are starting from scratch with our new must-have comic book videos of the week. And next week, Diamond is finally distributing comic books back to comic book stores. Although many comic book stores are still not open, we are happy to have books shipping out. And personally speaking, Wednesday is still new comic book day. I'm not going to the comic book store 2 days in a row. I can wait a day. The comic book store is only 5 minutes away from my house anyway. But it's good to be back, people. It's good to be back talking about new comic books, and the list is short because Marvel is not shipping books until the 27th. But here today we are talking about the books coming out on May 20th and May 19th, I guess, of next week. And it is May 14th, Thursday, at the time of this recording. I finished the Clone Wars. That was on Disney Plus. Even though I don't have Disney Plus. And definitely has to be maybe the best piece of Star Wars lore out there besides like the novels. As far as electronic media is concerned, film, movies, whatever. The Clone Wars as a whole definitely has to be one of the best things that has ever been created from the entire Star Wars universe. And if you have not ever watched it, you are definitely missing out. Finally beat Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it was an emotional roller coaster. A bit padded, but definitely hit on all the emotional notes for all of us that played the original. A bit of a masterpiece, I'll say, even though much harder than what I'm used to. Or maybe I'm just getting too old for video games. So enough of the chit chat. I'm going to talk about a few things afterwards, but let's roll out to see what we're going to be talking about this week for the little bit of books that are coming out. We're going to start off with Dark Horse Comics. We have Bang #1. That is the third print. And you will know it because it has a different cover. Next up, we have Kill Whitey Donovan #5 by Duncan Sidney and Natalie Barahana. Jason Pearson is doing cover A, and Natalie Barahama is doing cover B. Next up, we only have one book that I'm covering from Image Comics, and that is The Very Late Savage Dragon 248, written, drawn, and directed by Eric Larson. Moving over to Boom Studios, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer #14 by Jody Belair and David Lopez. Margaret Savage is doing cover A, and cover B is an FOC variant. Jim Henson's Storyteller Ghosts #2. I believe that is written and drawn by Jennifer Rotowski. Yeah. Very, very, very short list. And we're going to go over to DC Comics. I don't have all of them, but they're 2 weeks of books shipped before the week of the 20th. And the previously shipped books was Flash 753 by Joshua Williamson and Howard Porter. Howard Porter is doing cover A, and Jung Yoon is doing cover B. Batman and the Outsiders #2 by Brian Hill and Dexter Soy. Tyler Kirkman is doing cover A, and cover B is by Michael Golden, and I don't believe I have that pictured. Green Lantern Season 2 #3 by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. Liam Sharp is doing cover A, and Scott Williams is doing cover B. As for the books coming out this week, we have Deceased Unkillables #3 by Tom Taylor and Trevor Scott. Howard Porter is doing cover A, and cover B is by Francesco Mattina. We have a Flash 100-page giant number 4, Red Hood Outlaw number 45 by Scott Lobdell, Palau Palantino. Palantino is doing cover A, and Philip Tan is doing cover B. You guys got to excuse me. It's been a minute. Wonder Woman 755 by Steve Orlando and Jesus Marino. Robson Rocha is doing cover A, and Ian McDonald gives us the Fire cover for cover B. Year of the Villain Hella Risen, number 3, and that is a third print for that. And that pretty much is it for the books coming out on May 20th, 2020. I did forget one book. It's a new indie book, Year Zero, number 1 by Ben Percy and Ramon Sosanis. And that has one cover, and that is by Carrie Andrews. For our covers of the week, we have Deceased Unkillables number 3, the Mattina cover. Jim Henson's Storyteller Ghost number 2, cover B. Wonder Woman 755, the Ian McDonald cover. And Red Hood Outlaw number 45, the Philip Tan cover. And not many, but our book of the week is Year Zero, excuse me. And that is by Ben Percy, Ramon Rosanos, and Carrie Andrews. And that is it, people, for the books of this week. As I said before, Marvel is back next week for the books that are shipping May 27th. And it appears from what I was looking at that Marvel will be shipping every 2 weeks, or rather every other week. So that'll be May 27th, June 10th, June 24th, and July 8th. And the weeks in between that, June 2nd, June 17th, and July 1st, those weeks they'll be shipping, I believe, only trade paperbacks. So that's it. Our first week back for New Comic Book Day. Hope I didn't stumble too much. And I hope you guys get all that you desire. And be on the lookout. Big things are coming. And I believe that Batman 3 Jokers got pushed back until August, unfortunately. But fortunately, it will be on time, because Jason Fabak said all 3 books are in the can. So I will catch you guys next week at the same bat time and at the same bat channel. Peace.